What's up, guys? This is my raging tech addiction, and right in front of you we have the MXL Revaluation II, and we have the tube I was talking about putting in, the Telefunken. So I'm going to go through and we're going to walk through on how to replace it. So before I do that, make sure that if you have any, dials, you're aware of what's going on, so that when you take it apart, you know how, you know where the front of the dial is, and you know how to put it back correctly. You don't want to damage these or anything like that. So with that said, let's get going. So usually with some of these, the bottom unscrews, and like I said, I've already looked, so we're going to unscrew the bottom. It's kind of funny how heavy this thing is, and then once you take off the bottom, most of the weight is in the bottom. Alright, so we got that off. We're going to set that to the side. We're going to pull the sleeve back carefully and just set that to the side. And there you go. That's your innards right there. There's your tube. See, it says Electro Harmonix. There's your other gizmos in the back. I am no audio engineer, so I'm not going to go into what all that stuff is. So get your little screwdriver. This one actually has a clamp to hold it down, so that means we have to remove the clamp. So these are very tiny screws, so be very, very, very careful. I'm actually going to use my lens cap for the screws here. Let's see, let's go. Get this off here. And this video is being shot on that Olympus camera that I did the unboxing on. I am having some minor issues with it as far as trying to get the volume settings. Alright, so it looks like there's one on the bottom, so we have to be careful with that too. Let's see here. So there's one that goes on the bottom, so that's going to be interesting. So it's got a little plastic ring on it, so let's take that. Well, let's get the tube out first. So I usually hold this part and wiggle it out gently. See, you gotta be gently. Let's take that off. Let's get the new tube here. Alright, so you want to make sure you line it up correctly here. I'll show you the pins. There's the pins if you can see them. So let's see if we can't. Alright. Actually, before I do that, maybe I should put this on there, huh? Let's put that on there. Let's get this in there. And you just gently wiggle it back in. You have to give it some force. Alright, so this piece is going to be probably the more difficult one to get in. There we go, we got it in. See, it just slips right behind the head. The problem is, I think it's supposed to slip around this plastic. So let me see this. This plastic is really loose on this one. So let me see here. See if I can't. Trying to be cautious here because of the wires. Yeah, see, this part is going to be the problem. There's literally a yellow wire right here that I'm trying not to hit, and this is really, really loose. This is a lot whiter. So let's see if I can't. There we go. There we go. Okay, it is on the plastic. Okay, and we're going to get this in front there. Line this up the best we can. Get one of our screws here. Wish this was magnetic, it's not. If you have a little magnetic screwdriver, man, you guys are in like Flynn on this shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it down. I'm not going to fully tighten it because I still got to do the other side. So I just want it to hold it for me. That's it. And then we can come and do the other side. Oops. Do not want that screw falling in there. Alright, we've got the other one in. Let's make sure everything stays lined up. Now we're gonna tighten it down. We will go between both sides. You don't want to, do one side and the other. Kind of want to get them both at the same time. And there you go. There you go. Managed to keep it nice. See, we got the plastic on there. It's held down. And now let's put the sleeve back on. So obviously this one actually has the back button, so we know that it's going to go where the cutout is. So the wording goes in the front, goes about here, because I know I had this on off or on 0 dB. So let's get that. Get that tight, make sure nothing's turned. All right, now it's tight to the hand. I'm not trying to overdo it, but now it's tight. So now let's transition over to my other camera and let's hear what this sounds like. All right, so let's transition. All right, guys, here we are with the tube changed. As you can hear right now, I will try to put samples of the previous tube and put them side by side so you can hear it. I will do my best. I do have some sound samples to do that with. I will do my best to get that in there so you can kind of compare them to see the difference. Right now, if I was to try to gauge the difference, right now this has a less prominent high, high tone or high clarity. It seems to be way more mid, and a little bit of low end from what I can hear in my ear. Obviously, when this is uploaded to YouTube, YouTube's going to compress the shit out of it, and I'm not really sure how it's going to sound. Then this is going into my Audio ID 14. There's no EQ, no compression, I'm not doing anything. This is literally plug it in. And this is how it sounds. We're back, and now we are on the MXL Revaluation II, as you can hear it here. This is with no EQ, no compression, no nothing. It's going straight into my Audio ID 14, which I would love to hold up and show in front of the camera. Now, so how does it sound to you? We are going to transition here in a second to the ART voice channel tube preamp. And so you can hear it on my current EQ settings and compression and all that stuff, like I did in the one of the previous videos. That said, I want to transition into the actual tube pre and see how it sounds. Now, before I do that, as I keep listening, I really do like the sound. I really like the Neumann tube. Like I said, it doesn't have that, I'm not getting that really prominent high end. I'm getting more, or to my ears, I'm getting more of a kind of a nice mid, a nice warm mid, and a little bit of low. Not a lot of low, but a nice bit of low. And for me, I don't have a lot of low end. And so getting any low end, I'll take any low end I can get, as long as I don't sound, I don't go from this to James Earl Jones, right? Because then that's just fake and that's just not who I am. But I will take a little bit of low tone, and I'll take mid clarity, and I can always add high. So kind of goes, I would rather have low end already present and be able to add my high than have high tone and have to add lows. So that's just how I feel. Everybody EQs how they want to EQ. Me personally, I would already rather have a microphone that gives me a little bit of low end and me have to add in the high than it have real highs and I have to add in the low. So anyway, let's transition over to the tube pre and let's see how it sounds. So the other thing is that I want to know what you guys think. I procured a Telefunken EF86 tube. So all my tube microphones, I love to change the tubes out. I like to kind of do my own thing, get my own sound, even though with this one, I really, really do think that the Electro Harmonix Tube is plenty, and I absolutely love the fact that they put that in there. I was really shocked when I actually opened it up and took a look, because it just says Penetrobe Tube, right? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I opened it up and I looked, and it said Electro Harmonix. I had to turn down my gain there. Sorry, my gain, I never said what my gain's at. All right. My gain is pretty much at about 30%, right? I guess if I had to say a percentage, it's like this, right? It's about 30%, right? It's about 20, anywhere from 20 to 30% gain. You don't really need a lot of gain for this. So, I mean, there you go, my gain. As far as EQing, it's literally the same. I haven't changed anything. I'm doing, right now, I'm actually doing the plus 2 dB on low, plus 2 to 3 dB on the 1K, plus 1 or 2 to 3 dB on around the 5 to 5.4K. Everything above that, I'm not boosting right now. I mean, we can. Let me see. I'll add a little bit of high. Let's add about 3 dB high there. So 3 dB high. I hear the high end, but I don't feel it's adding 2 dB really makes much of a difference. Let's just take that back out. And actually, I do hear it now. I do hear the difference between. Oh, sorry. There's the 2 dB added, and this is with it taken out. So I do hear it. I definitely hear it. So I am also cutting off or doing a drop on anything over 15. So I kind of like to keep it like that. I don't like the ultra airy highs. Not my thing. Not my thing. Right. So I mean, I like it. I quite like it. I am going to go back. Like I said, I'm going to strip out that sound, and I'm going to compare them. And I keep plosiving. Let me put this on. Sorry. There we go. So got to put that on so I stop plosiving in it. So I do definitely want to strip out that sound and kind of hear what it sounds like side by side, so that I can hear if there's a massive difference or a mild difference. I think there's going to be a mild difference, and I think the difference is going to be maybe in the high tonality, and I think that's where the difference might be. From what I'm hearing right now, monitoring my own voice, like I said, I've used this mic pretty much, not extensively. I've been kind of going back between this and the Shure SM7B, but pretty much I've been using this or that, and so I've got quite accustomed to the sound that this has on my voice with the Electro Harmonix Tube, which I actually put it in the box. So hearing it now, I could hear the difference, right? The more I talk, the more I hear the difference. The other thing is that I don't think this is a new tube. So it's an old tube, and I don't think it's new. So it's definitely been burnt in quite a bit, right? And so that's something that if you're not aware of, I've only experienced it once, and that was with the M.R.T.A 251, where I literally had to turn it on and let the mic kind of, they call it a burn-in, where you take a brand new
tube mic with a brand new tube that's never been used, and you put it on for, I don't know, man. When I ran into the concept, people were like, "Oh, I do it for like 5 hours." Some people were like, "Oh, I do it for 24 hours." Some people were like, "I do it for 48 hours." It is something I had to do because the sound was very distorted and very James Earl Jones. It's very deep, and that wasn't my voice. And then once I let it run about 5 hours, the whole tonality changed, and the microphone really came alive, and you heard the tube itself and what the tube was doing. So that is something that sometimes you have to do with brand new tubes. Like I said, I've only had to do it once. So yeah, so there's that. And this is a I'm not gonna say well used, but it's definitely been used, and it's definitely well serenaded, I would say. So I really like the sound of it, and I hope you like the sound of it. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'm gonna get working on getting those sound samples stripped out so we can kind of compare. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. It's a crazy world we live in. I'm getting out of here. Peace out.